Countdown, hopefully. No, it doesn't do a countdown. The other one in Mighty Networks. Anyways, don't get distracted. Hi,
Straight into it.
everyone. That's right. I try to keep this professional. Hi, everyone. It's Brandon from Orange Brick Road. We're just covering the newsletter, doing a bit of a live stream. Today, we've got Jamie Reed from Nexus Reporting. I've been working with Jamie for a while. He is on the website. Basically, anything to do with, compiling basically, just as an intro, I threw Jamie about 7 years worth of me not collecting any information about my crypto investing. I'd staked, liquidity provided, you name it. I've done it, different exchanges, wallets, the whole 9 yards. He came back a couple of weeks later and he, as he said, it was one of the most difficult things he can do. But if he can do me, he can do anyone. So, yeah. So I'll just get you to introduce yourself, Jamie, and what you're about.
Yeah, so I'm Jamie from Nexus Reporting. I pretty much just do all the tax reporting, anything that you need for crypto, basically for end of financial year or tax planning, if that's about the time at the moment. And then also for traders, doing monthly reports so you can be on top of basically what you're doing, are you in profit, what are you holding? So yeah, work with people to do that. And I guess a bit of background on me is I was a tax accountant for a few years and specialized in crypto during that time, and noticed the huge lack of knowledge in the area, which is still pretty prevalent. So went out on my own to offer this to people and accountants as well, so that everyone that has crypto doesn't have to pay crazy amounts just to get reporting done. It should be like easily accessible and not a barrier.
Sure. Yeah, 100%. And so, you've been in crypto for a number of years, haven't you? Like you're not
Yeah,
a noob.
it's got to be up to 7 or 8 now. Shit.
Yeah, cool. So he's been around. He kind of knows a few things. So what we're doing with these live streams with the newsletter, as opposed to me, I was doing it just by myself and literally talking to myself, which was weird. We're having guests on that are all part of the OBR brand. They all trade underneath their own companies. For example, we'll be having Sophie from Crypto Sense on soon, Jeff Bowen on, Bisher was on last week. But anyways, so we're going to be having people that specialize in crypto to talk about the news. If you don't, I'm going to screen share now. If you don't have our, where is it? This one? Yeah, it is that one. Our newsletter. This is what it looks like. Okay, and you'll see that, and also we're putting events at the top of here as well. And the last week's newsletter that came out on Friday, Jamie just did a presentation about exactly what he does at 1 p.m. today. But yeah, as at the top of each newsletter, we're going to be having events and having people that specialize in different areas of crypto to get them on, do a presentation of what they're about, and then open it up to questions. So it's a great opportunity for people to ask people directly. But this is what the newsletter looks like. It basically has your links here and a bit of a brief on each one, on what the article's about. And yeah, basically, yeah, that's it. And once again, this is always on the bottom here. So if you need to get in touch with Jamie or Kayleen or Jeremy Jaxa, which I'll get to in a minute. So that's what it looks like. It's very easy to get to. What you do is on orangebrickroad.com.au. It's down the bottom. We are going to be moving the button to the top as well. Join our newsletter. So anyways, that's my shilling kind of over. This is Nexus Reporting with Jamie, which we're talking to at the moment. It's nexusreporting.com.au. All right, that's pretty much it. Let's fly into it. I'll try to keep this sort of around 20-minute mark because I know people are busy, but also you guys can join us and ask questions, ask Jamie questions, myself, or whoever's on these live streams that we're doing. We're out on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. So you can contact us all through that as well. Yep, cool. All right, one last little plug. These are all the companies we're associated with. And once again, we'll be having each one of these people on to discuss the news. All right, this is Julia. Hi, Julia. She is also part of Orange Brick Road. She works for Block Square, the BST token. It's tokenizing real world assets. She's done up an article of the impact of the Bitcoin halvening. If you don't know what the halvening is, basically the rewards to miners get divided in half every 4 years or thereabouts, or as close to. We just had one, when was it, last Saturday?
Yeah,
So,
last Saturday. Yep.
yeah, so it was about a week old now. So, yeah, she's just talking about how market cycles work and how, what actually happens after the Bitcoin halvening. Now, I've spoken to a few people, and it'd be good to get your insight too on this. My opinion is, and it's only an opinion, is basically after the halvening, it pretty much chops around for about 4 to 8 weeks. Doesn't really do a lot. You have a big parabolic, lift up towards the halvening. Then it sort of goes flat, and then after the 6 to 8 weeks, it starts to moon. That's kind of where I'm at. What sort of time frame have you got, Jamie?
I sort of a little bit different where basically in the build up to it, everyone, I feel like it's priced in that supply's halved. So basically in just that sense that new supply coming in cut by 50%, economics price has to go up, but it's been either priced in or overly priced in. So it will, I'd say, sideways track down for a bit. And then I guess my goal for how I'm doing it as well is 12 months ish after the halvings when we're going to be right dead in the middle of the bull.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Because the bull market should be going for about 18 months, I'd imagine, a year and a half. And yeah, and we were talking about this when you were doing your presentation. I think it was off air, actually, about my plans are basically, I think like a Bitcoin price at the moment, if it drops another 15, 25%, smash in, I would be smashing in. But then also sort of dollar cost averaging out after about 12 months, probably for the next 6 months. Is that kind of your plan, or do you have a plan? Because that's the most important thing is like anyone, especially in a bull market, guys, you can throw a dart at the top 100 and it's going to go up and you're going to think you're a genius. And if you've been, and as you know, Jamie, because we've been through a few cycles, the important thing is when you buy, but the most important thing is when you sell. Which a lot of people have a fear of doing that. They're like, oh, and even when you do sell and then the next week it goes up 25, 30%, you start kicking yourself. But you're like, if you just dollar cost out, you dollar cost in, dollar cost out. Is that pretty much where you're at?
Yeah, pretty much. I've got, I guess, those targets where at this percent or at this like increased percent from my cost base is when I'll start to take out basically X percent over, so like 15% out over the next 2 months. And pretty much just as that goes up, those can stack on top of each other and just start dollar costing at different rates.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, my method's pretty crude. If something goes up 40%, I take 15% off the table. And then for every percent higher that it goes up thereafter, every 20% higher it goes after thereafter, rather, I take out 5 to 10%. It's kind of crude, but I don't front run markets, and like I don't look at charts every single day. Don't have the time or the capacity, and I don't think most people do. And I think 90% of people that look at charts too don't know what the fuck they're looking at. Let's be honest. They're just drawing ziggy lines everywhere and a couple of support and levels and following the moving average and getting their Fibonacci's out. And, I've got 3 theories on trading. It goes sideways, down, or up.
You can't be wrong.
That's right. It's pretty much a game of 2 up. But
I think the biggest thing for me is just because I've been through all of those cycles. I've been in every position of like buying, not selling, buying, selling early, everything like that. But I'm always sticking to this is what the plan is. So there's no looking back. Oh, if I bought this then and sold it then, it's no, I've stuck to the plan. So I can't be upset.
Yeah, exactly. And if you guys need a hand in formulating a plan or ideas, you can contact Jamie or myself or anyone on the ABR team. We've been through a few cycles. I mean, my first cycle, I just saw it going up, going up, going up, and I'm like, this is never going to end. And then when it's gone down a bit, I'm like, oh, it's going back up. It'll be all right. It goes down some more. No, it'll be all right. Yeah, just cool. All right, just got a question from. Can't really do that. I don't know. I can add to show. Hang on. Can I do that? Oh yeah. I don't know how to say that name. Do you know how to say that?
Abby?
Abby. Yep, Abby Dallas. What about Bitcoin now? Well, like we we're just sort of talking about is I honestly think it's just going to be choppy for the next 4 to 6 weeks. Traditionally, and I know every single cycle they say this one's going to be different. Every single one. And the narrative on this cycle was, it's all these institutional buyers that have been in. It's going to be different this time. We got banks involved. We got the ETFs. We got this, but human emotion is human emotion, and it pretty much just does exactly the same thing. So my answer would be, like I was saying, I think 4 to 6 weeks, choppy, but it's a good time to be buying in, basically, I think,
Yeah, as long as you're, I guess, dollar costing in, then basically it's a pretty, like almost one of the best times you'll get for return against time. Whereas if you just dump everything in, buy it all at once, then that's when the issues come of watching it. It'll go down. You could have bought more. It'll go up. It's, definitely a slow entry. And then now's the time.
Yeah, and my that's the DCA, dollar cost average, and basically just to put that in layman's terms, it's like you pick like every Thursday, and you put like $100,000 in every Thursday, So yeah, like my experience on that, we had this app. I don't even know if it's around anymore. It was called Staker app or something like that. And I set it up for my kids, and I was basically buying $100 worth of Bitcoin a week, and I forgot about it for like a year. And my daughter rang me up and she's go, "Are you still doing that thing?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I am actually." So I looked on it. My APY was something like 128%. And I'm like, and I did nothing. You know what I mean? I literally did nothing. Okay. Another question here is liquidity at 72 all-time high. Won't they get liquidated? Well, when it reaches 72, won't they get liquidated? I don't think so. No, there'd be no reason for that, in my opinion. Where are you on that, Jamie?
I can see that one. I'd say it's, if it gets to 72, we're pretty much going sideways is how we both see it for the next couple of months, where it'll hit, might drop. There'll be like a lot of just quick up and downs, I reckon, but there's not going to be anything just crashing significant or skyrocketing.
Yeah, I absolutely can't see that at all. But I know I could be wrong. I've been wrong at least 3 times in my life. Ask anyone. It's like I say, the cycles are the cycles, and they just what is it? History doesn't repeat, but it sure does rhyme. Okay, happy B day. Oh, there you go. Hey Travis, how you going, mate? Good old Travis. Give your show a plug too, because Travis also does the radio with me, and I'll just do this one. It'll always happen sooner or later. I believe the market moves where the liquidity is, as it always. Yeah, but see, the liquidity is constantly changing. It's not like it's going to be like what is liquidity at the moment won't be in the next month. It'll be shifting because it's a constant moving thing. Yeah. Yep. Well, that's where I'm at that. Okay, cool. Alrighty. So next, I'm still screen sharing, aren't I? Cool. This article is pretty cool. It's done by Yuckett, and I'm pretty sure I got your name right that time, mate. I called him Jacket for just about ever. He's an absolute legend with Spectra Labs. He's going on the website too. He was actually at our Bitcoin halvening. He's a great bloke. He's one of these genius guys. He's putting on the blockchain all medical research and combining all research so people can, from different aspects, can access it on the blockchain. So it's basically opening up research. He's doing great work. I'm having him on soon. The problem, I've had him on the radio a couple of times too, is his accent's so thick I can barely understand him. And then when you get him on the radio or you do a podcast, it even gets worse. But I love you. He's an absolute legend. All right, flying into this because we're already 15 minutes in. This is cool. I just found this for a bit of a laugh, a bit of a for the lols. Okay, I'll just do the repeat on this. This is in Congress. You can't hear that. Never mind. Some cheeky little fucking buy Bitcoin. It's brilliant. Absolute brilliance. So that was her testimony on, who cares? But it's just a bit of a gag. Anyways, Polygon. Where did that go? Oh, here it is. Oh, why is that moving? Okay, cool. I'm pretty bullish on Matic. Hey, are you into Matic at all? Polygon?
I've got a little bit, not a whole bunch. I've pretty much, how to put it, I've pretty much bought what I've bought when I wasn't as clued into things, and I've just been sitting on that while pretty much working on the business. I guess trading, that's more your spot. And for me, I'll see things every now and then and get a few of it, but not heavily.
Yeah, no, I bought a bag of that probably 3-4 years ago, but I've only just recently started to buy some more. I think Matic's got the Polygon chain's got heaps of upside, so I'm pretty happy with that. This is security, guys. On our website under security, strangely enough, please protect yourself, people. The most important thing is you accumulate wealth. You don't give it away. You don't lose it. I mean, I know that you have as well, Jamie, had just horror stories after horror stories of people. It's heartbreaking. Get your security. I mean, even if you're putting in $2,000, your $2,000 could be $25,000, $30,000, $40,000 in 12 to 18 months. You know what I mean? So although you go, I'm only putting in $2,000, please do your security. Get hold of us. Get hold of Jamie. Or Jeremy Jackson, which we'll cover in a minute as well. Just a little reminder, guys, security is important. Also, if people are contacting you through social media, I'm going to be saying, and with crypto, especially crypto mining, investment and trading and using bots and AI and all that, probably check with one of us before you decide to give them your money,
The amount of stories I've heard from that is it's unreal.
It is, and it breaks my heart because there's so much money to be made in crypto, and to have people that just lose money through sending it to wrong addresses or bad security or getting scammed, it breaks my heart. I get 3 to 5 of them a week, and it is something that we also discussed with yourself in your presentation, is if you have been scammed, contact Jamie or Heidi or Kayleen. They're all on the website. They can do it reports. You can do it as a tax loss, and also Sophie can also try to recover some of the funds, etc., etc. I don't know how to get rid of the comments that are on the bottom, but
you're running the show.
Okay, an example, click on. Yeah, I've got no idea how to do any of that. Can I do that? Oh, I did it.
There we go.
Jesus, hey, mate, I'm all tacked up. This is only we've only been doing this for about 4 weeks, so I'm still getting hold of the tech, mate. Okay.
And I reckon one more thing as well on the security is my basically go-to advice for anyone that asks me is if they're telling you they can guarantee returns, why do they need your money? They can guarantee the returns. They can make themselves as much as they want. They don't need your money in there as well. Why share it? And then if it's use our platform and we'll invest and make profits for you. That's one of the most common ones where they signed me up to the platform. I was doing all of this, and when I tried to take it out, I couldn't. It's stick to the regulated exchanges or basically dexes. Don't use someone that's just contacted you through Facebook. It's every single time.
There's also a lot of phishing on dating sites as well. They'll get to know like the person and all that, and then they'll put in a little thing like, "Hey, I've been making money out of this crypto Bitcoin mining thing and been doing it for ages. Da da da. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, I'll show you if you want."
Yeah.
And away they go. Yeah, this guys, if you got anything about crypto, speak to someone beforehand, someone credible. Because like I said, there's a lot of money to be made, but yeah, you can lose it all as well. Okay, Tron. This is something unexpected, and I got hold of this actually, and then I Googled it because I listened to Tucker Carlson quite regularly. And yes, people, if you're unaware, I'm very right wing. I'm not a socialist commie. Okay, so and he had the founder of Telegram on and interviewed him about the whole how Telegram started, the reasons behind it, the philosophy behind it, how they fought censorship, and et cetera, et cetera. And it was awesome. I love Telegram and what they're implementing. So basically, what they're implementing here on on Telegram, is to make the Tron coin the native crypto of the open network, Tron Centralized Ladar, whereas its channel generates over 1 trillion views a month, 1 trillion a month, and the owners of the public channels with at least 1,000 subscribers stand to receive 50% of revenue generated from the display of their ads in the channel. Now, that's 50% of the revenue it's raised. They'll be getting paid in Tron. So, and also the payment system on Telegram is going to be on Tron. Now, I was surprised that they're using Tron. I mean, I have invested in Tron, but they must know something that I don't. But that is hell bullish. I mean, that's major exposure, isn't it?
Yeah, because I mean, basically from what I've seen, Tron's been pretty quiet over the last even year.
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be much activity and a lot built on it. But this will make it moon, you know, because everyone uses Telegram.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a hot little thing, and listen to the Tucker Carlson interview too about it. It was really fascinating how they started off with just a couple of people and it's grown into an empire. Okay, just because everyone wants to know what to buy, the next article. Now, I haven't heard of these guys. Have you?
No, not them.
Neither have I. Now, this whole AI thing, it's, in my opinion, and I could be wrong. Like I said, I have been wrong a few times in my life before. I think there's going to be a lot of cryptos that are just going to put AI in their white paper, you know what I mean, that aren't necessarily AI. You know, I can see a lot of that happening, but this one actually looks legit. So I haven't actually invested in any of that yet, but I am going to have a look. Because, I don't know how they're going to be integrating AI on dApps. You know, that's the big question, and using the blockchain. That's the big question for me. But yeah, don't just buy anything with AI in the white paper, peeps. All right.
It's similar to that almost during the last bull cycle, where pretty much any company, ASX or in the US, that had crypto as any part of their name or what they do, even if nothing to do with crypto, they just absolutely skyrocketed.
Yeah. Well, it's the conversation I had with Adam Stokes when I did a live stream with him, and we were making a comparison between the .com boom, which would have been a little bit before your time or around your time, where anyone just put .com at the end of their name and listed it, and the shares went to the moon, and they had companies that didn't even exist just put a website with a .com on it, and that's pretty much where crypto is as well. There's a lot of that. You know, they just make, a certain coin and just expect it to moon. Now, Stacks, this is interesting. I'm actually having Gordon on from Stacks. I've already done an interview with him. This is a really interesting project. You know a lot about Stacks?
I've run into a few of the people who basically work with Stacks, and pretty much it sounds like it'd be, once it's up and running, pretty much solve a lot of issues.
Yeah, because the layering solution for Bitcoin, there's a lot of stuff out there, but you know, but they're saying they're going to compete with Solana, and so we'll see. But we're having Gordon on soon. We'll try to get him on to do the reading of the newspaper, the newsletter rather. And once again, they're talking about Polygon Matic. I'm pretty bullish on it, eh? Yeah, I know you're sort of on the fence, but I don't know. I kind of feel like there might be something in this.
I've seen a lot being built recently, which is, yeah, for me at least, is a lot of what I look at is actual use of what's happening, not just buzzwords of this is going to solve this. It's what's actually built already. And from what I've seen, it's pretty good.
Yeah, exactly. And like these chains, I mean, like speaking to the guys from Hedera, I had them on the radio a week or two ago, and Hedera HBAR was just doing nothing forever, but it's kind of when they're quiet, but you can see activity they're building. So, I'm pretty bullish on HBAR as well. It's a bit like Cardano. It kind of just did nothing forever.
Mhm.
All right. That's pretty much most of it. I'll fly through this. This is Jeff from Wealth by Design. If you guys, especially boomers, there you go, Jeff. You definitely are a boomer, son. Jeff, hey, Jeff's great. He is a financial advisor forever in the traditional space. Then he's moved into crypto. He's been with crypto. I'm going to quote you badly, Jeff, but I think 5 years, something like that, 6 years. He's built a platform, Wealth by Design. It's very, very good for people that don't really want to self-custody, don't really want to do a lot of research. It's very much for the busy boomer type of. I'm sorry I'm shilling you like this, Jeff, but it's kind of, that's my impression, because they have bundles and recommended bundles, and they've got their performance. Most of it you hold on their platform, which is for fully insured one-to-one. It's a really safe bet, and I do like pointing people into this, especially when I get someone online and we're screen sharing and they've never done that before. They don't understand tech. You say go up to the top left, click there, and they go to the bottom right, and then close the whole thing down. Okay, refresh. I don't know how to do that. How do we do screen? And they're very not tech savvy. I'm just like, I think it's best if you see Jeff, because they make it so simple. So anyways, who are these guys? Hey? You know who these guys are, right? It's yeah, you're involved with Jeremy.
Yeah, so we put together a bit of a joint offering where what he's doing, which is something that I hadn't really thought of too much before, with estate planning and crypto. So recently, at least, I've worked with clients who could have used this beforehand, but basically the family was thrown into someone about at your level of investing and degenerate. Yeah. And then so basically, if you imagine yourself back when you first got into crypto and now trying to step into the shoes that you're currently in straight away, it's your have no idea what you're doing. So yeah, Jeremy and I, so that should be working again. Jeremy, basically, he works with people to put together that in case of emergency document. So if the worst was to happen, at least all of your wealth isn't just lost. It's not disappearing. They have ways to work out how to get into your crypto, what you have. And alongside that, I've been doing the reporting, because if you have this document, you do need to know exactly what you have, how much, and then also you don't want to leave your family a huge mess when it comes to a tax bill that you haven't paid because you haven't done that. So it's really important, I reckon, with this.
Yeah, 100%. It's pretty much like a dead man switch, because I mean, you gather all this wealth, and God forbid something was to happen to you, at least you can pass it on to someone, but you have all that structure in place beforehand, as opposed to fighting over it. They will be going on the website under estate planning. That should be up next week or the week after under our services tab. Okay, flying into it. We're just trading up. We're using Stormrake. We're having so many problems with with crypto exchanges, sexes, centralized exchanges, freezing people's money, not letting them take crypto off, having to prove where they got the money from, the whole 9 yards. It's been an absolute nightmare. But with Stormrake, we literally, they're a broker. You send them the money, you tell them what you want to buy, they find the best prices for you, they buy it, send it straight to your wallet, or they custody it and they're fully insured. Guys, this is I think the future of crypto is brokerage services. I had a conversation with the other guys the other day. I've got a meeting with them. I can't remember their name. Sorry, guys. But they more specialize in international people, right, because they're into the European market and that sort of stuff. Have you used Stormrake before?
I haven't used them. I haven't been buying too many like big over-the-counters recently, but I have been talking with people basically that have been using Stormrake, and then people that have been trying to buy crypto without it. And even a step back from the exchanges and what's happening there is the banks themselves. People left and right have been having bank accounts closed because you're investing in crypto. We don't want you as a customer. Take your money elsewhere. And basically just flick of a switch, they'll freeze you out, block your account. Whereas I haven't heard issues with that with Stormrake at all, because it's going not to an exchange, but through a broker.
Yep. Yeah, 100%. We've put in the last 2 months, I think, about $1.7 million through, and it's been seamless, not a problem. And 3 of them clients were refused from centralized exchanges. So, no, I can't brag enough about them. And I can get Bisher on the phone. Bish, if you're listening, you're a champion, mate, at any time. He's actually coming over mid-May. So he'll be over our way, mate. We're going to catch up. Are you coming to the... I should probably do this off there. Are you coming to the crypto thing with Heidi?
Is that the DeFi?
No.
The monthly DeFi matchup? Nah.
No.
All I've got booked for the next, if anyone wants to come up and see me, is going to Blockchain Week over in Sydney and speaking there on tax and businesses and crypto.
Cool. Or Wednesday, that's not the one in November, is it? That's
no, so this one is June.
Yeah, okay, cool. The only one I've got booked in thus far is the one in Melbourne. Just too busy. But yeah, we're having a barbecue and a catch up. I'm going to put that here. I'm going to give you an invite. I'll explain that later. That's a personal thing. Anyways, getting distracted. And speaking of Heidi, under the services tab, under bookkeeping, there you go. There she is. G'day, Hides. So she'll compile all your different wallets, your different reports, put it all, and then present it to people like Jamie and also Kayleen. This is, once again, Nexus Reporting, where Jamie is from. And once again, this is more wealth. Now, guys, we had a big influx lately. This is all under the services tab too, guys. So under tax, you'll see Maureen. Under the tax thing, Jamie will be there as well. It should have been done last week, but we haven't really got there yet. Okay, cool. So that should be up. Oh yeah, cool. People, if you got superannuation, you're losing money, basically. It's true. I mean, the government statistics are something like 7 to 9% inflation per annum. It's more like 12 to 16% in real terms. So round figures, if you've got 100 grand in your bank, in your super at the moment, by the time you have access to it in 10, 15, 20 years, your purchasing power, I think, will be a quarter, be $25,000, basically. So, yep, they can set you up with your superannuation into crypto. One thing you can guarantee is there is more probability that you're going to maintain your wealth through crypto than you are through fiat currency. Because as we know, fiat currency is pus, and it's basically full of war state, manipulated by politicians. And we all love politicians, don't we? Because they've just got our best interests at heart. Cool. This is her website that will eventually load. It's Ready Books. It's Heidi. And I think last, what we'll do is, on our consultants too, if you want to get hold of Jamie directly, under our consultants. You can just book a call with him there, but also through our website. G'day, Jaxa. He goes, all right, old Jaxa. Yeah, cool. So that's about it. I'm going to stop presentation. All right, we'll pretty much leave it at that, unless you've got. Yeah, we've pretty much shielded you, haven't we?
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, cool guys. Yeah, straight up. Like, not only is Jamie a great bloke, he's actually one of these people that are a lot smarter than myself. So I like to talk to people a lot smarter than myself, which is not really hard, really. You know, it doesn't pull on much of a demographic. But yeah, no, love his work. He's been in the crypto as long as I have, so he can answer all your questions. But yeah, are you on social media or anything like that?
Yeah, LinkedIn, Facebook, you'll find Nexus Reporting and me as well. And I'd say pretty much the best way to get in contact, just go through the link on the OBR website, nice and easy, and then that'll take you to where you need to go.
Yeah, that link basically is like a free call, isn't it?
Yeah, so it'll pretty much take you to like a contact form on my website, and you can use that to basically tell me what you're after, how I can help, and what you need, and then we'll book a call for 15, 30 minutes to see what we can do.
Oh yeah, I can see it now. I just clicked on it. Yeah, cool, beautiful. If you're the owner of this account, you can log in to find out more. You've got no openings at the moment, mate.
Too busy.
Yeah. All right, don't bother calling Jamie. He's too bloody busy.
No,
Yeah, cool.
get that fixed.
Yep, too easy. But they've got your website anyway. nexusreporting.com.au. All right, thank you very much for joining me, mate. We're going to be doing this regularly, so we'll have you back on. You'll be a crowd favorite, no doubt. You know.
Yeah, once the word gets out, you'll have hundreds of people lining up for tax questions.
That's right, man, because it is a concern. It is a worry, and it's forever evolving, you know. So,
yeah, and just the ATO's lag behind everything that's going on. It's such a grey area, but it can cause so much issue for people in real terms. So it's just, you have to either be on top of it or have someone that knows it.
Yeah. So the being on top of it, my thing is just letting people like you be on top of it, and I get on with my life.
Yeah, happy with that.
Excellent, mate. All right, brother. Talk soon.
Yeah, see ya.
And